All right, boys, today we got a massive pod. We got Coach Prime on the pod. This is a sick episode, guys the man. Before we get into it, if you guys have not heard me talk about it, you gotta try out the Prize Picks app, all right? If you like firing on sports like me, there's no better app to fire on sports. I personally tried every other app and I love Prize Picks because it's different, it's fun, and if you're smart with sports, this is the app for you. Instead of choosing teams, you're choosing individual players. So, you go on the app and each player has a set projection for each game, and then you either choose more or less than that set projection. You stack at least 2 up, the more you choose, the more it's gonna multiply your picks. If you're smart with sports and you know what players are gonna perform on what nights, this is a no-brainer. Download the Prize Picks app, try it out. Also, if you've never tried it out, we have a code for first-time users, code NELK. That's gonna get you a 100% deposit bonus. So, plug that code in when you download the app, and then if you put in $100, they're gonna match your $100 with that code NELK. So download the app, try it out for the first time. Trust me, if you're smart with sports, give this a try. It could be pretty sick for you boys. Download it, use code NELK. Let's get into the pod. All right, boys, so we're pulling up on Deion Sanders. We're in Colorado right now, on our way to Boulder. We had to stop by Dave Co. These boys have been showing mad love to Happy Dad. This is the biggest liquor store in the country? In the world. That's all. There's no.
Got the Guinness, baby.
I'm not saying you're
Come
a
on
liar,
over.
but like,
I'm saying this is the biggest liquor store in the world.
in the world.
Guinness World Record?
Biggest liquor store in the world carrying Happy Dad now. We got the Howler Head for the monkey bombs too. So boys, if you're coming in, stop by Dave Co in Colorado. We got the Happy Dad, we got the Howler Head. Mix it up for a little monkey bomb. Look, they even got the instructions here. There you go. Whole box too. Sick seeing the seltzer and the hard tea now. So boys, stop by Dave Co in Thornton, Colorado. These guys have been supporting Happy Dad like crazy, so we had to pull up, show some love. We're also available now nationwide at Walmart. We're in over 3,000 stores. We're also at Total Wine, and we're also at King Soopers and Kroger's. If you guys want to find Happy Dad, go to happydad.com/find. It's absolutely blowing up. We're taking over. Best seltzer on the market, and now the best tea on the market as well. And tag us on Instagram at Happy Dad. If you guys are drinking Happy Dad, tag us on Happy Dad, because we're always looking at those mentions, and we're reposting a ton of people. So it's really cool. Let's get into the pod.
What a week.
What a week.
Michael Porter Jr., Prime. How'd you put this together?
Shout out Steiny, 2 big guests.
2 big guests. I went to school here. I told you guys that, no?
I didn't know you went to school here, actually.
Yeah, I got a degree. I almost brought it.
Nice.
Or I got a diploma.
I didn't see any photos of you around campus or anything.
Crazy. They need a statue. I want a statue outside. Yeah?
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like I deserve it.
Brad dogged his flight, too.
Yeah, Brad.
I think it was his assistant. His assistant, like, picked him up from his house late. He said he was going to fire her, so.
We'll see.
Big one for Brad to miss, though.
Yeah. No,
Coach
but,
Prime.
Yeah,
Prime
this is
on the pod.
huge.
You love Coach Prime, Salim, right?
Yeah, I've been watching all their. So his older son makes YouTube videos on all the players and stuff. So I've been watching their content every day. It's been dope to watch.
Shakur does that?
No, his older son, Deion Sanders Jr.
What the hell?
Yeah, he makes YouTube videos. I just like watching them, bro. It's like so intense and so like I love
I've
it.
actually seen Travis Hunter does it too.
Yeah, he has a
Pulls
YouTube channel as
crazy
well.
views.
Really?
Yeah,
So raw, no
It's
like
insane.
if that guy had like legit editing, video bangers.
they all do. I think Shiloh, Shador, they
Just
all
like
they all
house
make
tours.
YouTube. Yeah,
500,000 views in a day.
it's pretty dope.
And then they got us doing this talent show after. I guess there's going to be 4,500 people here. We didn't even know that, but that was like kind of a condition of this whole podcast is we're judging a talent show here that's like hosted by Coach Prime. Lil Boosie's performing. 4,500 people. And the guy just told me like we're actually choosing who's winning and shit. So
that's gonna be fun.
And then what are we doing right after this?
We got to go to my neighbor Felix, my favorite bar. It's right on Pearl. Best margaritas ever. Great tacos, great margaritas. Went there the whole time I went here, so we got to go there.
Hell yeah.
You guys down?
I'm down.
All right, lit.
Let's go.
And then right after this, we're hopping on a jet. There's no flights out, and we're going tornado chasing.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna be honest, and I know you're not coming,
not
which
going,
is
yeah.
complete
I'm going.
bullshit. But, bro, for a guy
Are you
who
scared?
No, I just want to. I need to focus on the.
I'm not. I don't fear shit. But, bro, for a guy who like is so back and forth with Menry, you're putting all your trust into 2 days of him saying, "Yo, we're going to tornado chasing."
Bob has been talking about doing this tornado chasing since I kind of met him. Like, we've been talking about doing this for 3 years, and he connected me with the guy's name's Reed. You could search him up. He's like a professional storm chaser. So I think I talked to him like a year ago, and then I just let him know, like, yo, whenever it's time, just like let us know. And then we reconnected again like 3 months ago, and we're just in a group chat. And then
what's the deal with this guy though? Is he f***ed up in the head, or what's the deal?
I mean, you got to be f***ed up in the head a little bit to be a storm chaser.
But like, you feel confident putting our lives in this guy's hands?
I think so. I watched the video and shit, and they have that Dominator car. It's like, looks like a transformer, and they literally go inside the tornado.
That's risky.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yes.
But these guys are pros. Like, they know which way the tornado's going and shit. Like, they're professional storm chasers.
Nothing about this sounds that like enticing to me. I'm gonna be honest.
Last night,
the more we talk about it, the less I want to do it.
I just don't see myself dying this way. I just don't. I know that sounds crazy, but
I don't know, dude.
I think it'll be an epic video. But yeah, we're going to catch a jet, and we're flying to Kansas City tonight, and we're going to be in that area, like Oklahoma, driving around with that Dominator car, storm chasing for the next 2 days. Apparently, there's not a lot of sleep. Oh. Get the zaps ready.
Got him on deck. If you want to make a last-minute decision, turn into Ace. We got you, baby.
No. Ace is gone. You guys will see the video about.
How'd you play? You played golf with Gaethje today?
Played golf with Gaethje, yeah.
How's his game?
Got down to the wire. Dude, he's pretty good. He's like an 11 handicap, 12 handicap.
So did he beat you?
It went down to 17, and then he was up to going into 18, and then he said, "Yo, if you want to press, we could press, or I could press," and I pressed and won the last hole. So pressing meaning if I win, I don't owe him nothing, and if he wins, yeah, definitely nothing. That's pretty much it.
But you had action?
Yeah, had action. It was 10K.
Bro, how crazy is this?
5 to 10, yeah.
Yeah. Well, welcome to my city. I think I can claim Colorado at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Courtside.
Wait, so you were a legend here? Was setting a
Some would say. Depends who you ask, but, bro, I mean, the amount of chicks coming foot traffic in and out of my room was crazy. Like,
really?
Yeah.
I doubt that.
I was hitting the books a lot. Spent a lot of time at the Wolf Law School Library.
4.0 GPA.
Yeah, no,
go to his class, go home, eat the cafeteria lunch.
Yeah, I had a high GPA.
Yeah,
but I still got 1 or 2 in there. You know, you guys not.
Is there hot chicks here or no?
It's actually a really good school.
Yeah, I
appreciate it.
Come from Cali.
But it's all the girls that couldn't get into like USC, UCLA. They all come to see you. So you get the Cali blondes.
Last time I was here, it was.
Oh yeah, we've partied here before.
I've
actually
had my time here.
Yeah, we've had a good time here.
All right,
I'll get Prime in here. All right, let's do it.
No, we just go for it, honestly.
We good.
Yeah, it's been awesome to watch like the process and everything. So
yeah,
all the luck to you guys this year.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Where you guys from originally?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Okay,
California.
Yeah. Toronto's a clean city. I played there in baseball, man. So
you played for the Jays, or
no,
you went to play
against the Jays?
Yeah. How was it when you went to play there?
Matter of fact, we played the Jays in the World Series there.
Oh shit!
So.
In 92? 93?
Yeah. The Rays. We played against the Jays.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So beautiful city, clean city is unbelievable, man.
I forget you're the only one that's been to a Super Bowl and a World Series, right?
I tried.
That's an impressive accolade.
It is, for sure.
Where you from?
California.
What part?
Bay Area, San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah.
San Jose. I love San Jose, too. I lived in Fremont.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes out.
Right. When I played for the Niners, I lived in Fremont.
What was your favorite place you ever played at? Like city-wise?
Atlanta. Come on, man. Atlanta, man. It ain't too much top Atlanta. Dallas has been unbelievable. I still live in the country part of Dallas. I had love for Cincinnati. I really did. I love Cincinnati playing for the Reds there. But it would have to be Atlanta.
What about Atlanta?
Atlanta was a chocolate city, man. I had never seen prominent black folk like I did when I played. I didn't know that existed coming out of college. What's up, boss?
Sonny, how you doing?
Pleasure, man. Death Row, the Sneak Deal Double Jizzle. That's my dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He didn't come to a game this year, did he?
No, Snoop ain't come. Snoop has come everywhere else, though. Snoop is family.
Yeah, family with us too.
Yeah, that's family.
So I guess we're all tied in
Yeah,
one tree.
yeah. Different daddies, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
different daddies. Different daddies.
What's going on? You look good, bro. You
Yeah,
look fit.
I always do.
Yeah.
We just talking backstory, man.
Nice.
We're talking about Atlanta.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Atlanta's popping. They asked me what was my favorite cities. Atlanta, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, for all the reasons you think. Atlanta's different now, though. It's a different Atlanta. Than what you guys may know is totally different than what I knew.
Why? How so?
I don't think it's as much crime. As many people. It wasn't as many people for certain. But Atlanta was truly progressive, but it was popping, man. I mean, I think that was the rise of Freaknik when I was there, what Luke was doing and all the guys was doing. It was unbelievable, man. It's a beautiful city.
What about the culture now?
I don't go, so I don't know. I don't go. I don't travel much. You know, I'm so locked into this and locked into my kids. I don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm a home guy.
What do you guys got going on this weekend?
Oh my God! Tonight we having a talent show.
Yeah, so we're judging that. Apparently,
Yes, right. You guys are judging it. I got a funny feeling somebody may perform as well with one of you guys. You guys may be in this talent show.
I got to think of my talent, but then yeah.
You got multiple talents.
Yeah.
If you grab that mic right now, like you grabbing it, I'm pretty sure you got some talent.
Thank you. That means a lot.
5,000 people.
It's gonna be a lot of people. We have the talent show. I think we have an event for the alumni boosters or somebody. I'm asking you guys like you know.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know what the hell we were doing.
Wait, so who's
tonight.
performing? Is it students, players?
Students, anybody. They had to register, and some of the videos that they sent in was hilarious, man.
And there's a winning prize, or
Yeah. I think it's $2,100 for the students. You know, that's a lot of money on a college campus.
you should match it, bro.
Yeah.
We can match it.
Yeah.
Let's match it.
All right, let's match it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
We'll put up 21.
You guys
too.
awesome. You know that.
Yeah, we'll match it.
Let's do it. We'll match it.
There you go. But it's going to be fun. Then I think we got the game Saturday. Praying to God it don't rain Saturday. Then Lil Wayne and others are performing. Is Boosie performing tonight?
Performing
Boosie's
tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I forgot all about that. Boosie's legend.
Yeah.
Total
I'm
legend.
from the South, so Boosie's going to kill it. That's what he does.
Yeah, going
Yeah.
through some things.
Yeah,
Set
you
it off.
always through. Keyword.
Yeah.
Through.
He speaks his
he
mind,
He
too.
don't stop in the middle. He go through them.
When's Lil Wayne here tomorrow?
He'll be probably here Saturday. If I know Wayne, he'll be here Saturday morning.
How'd you guys originally meet?
Honestly, I think it goes back to when he was dealing with some things and he was getting ready to be detained. And they reached out to me to talk to him, make sure he was straight. And we've been like full flat ever since.
How you remember when that was?
I have no idea. It's like Snoop, man. Me and Snoop, since Snoop was 21, like we've been down.
Damn.
Yeah, we've been down for a long time. When before he started hitting,
That's crazy.
his album was about to drop, and he and the Dog Pound, all of them came to Texas and came to kick it with me at a Super Bowl party. Then we've been tight ever since, man.
So you've kept these relationships as a player
Yeah.
into coaching.
Well, as the homie,
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
continue to support you
Right.
no matter what you do.
right, and vice versa,
Right.
no matter what they do.
What about your relationship with LeBron? I've seen that.
LeBron is awesome. LeBron is. I interviewed LeBron. I was working with CBS. I interviewed LeBron because he was popping. He was in high school. Everybody's like, "Hey, man, this guy brought a Hummer." I'm like, "A Hummer? You guys are tripping about a Hummer?" I said, "This kid's mom could go to any bank and get a credit line of $1 million. You better be lucky that he's not getting a Rolls Royce, a Hummer." So that's how we started. I went to his high school, and interviewed him when he was a high schooler, and I was always down for him. And he always had been a Cowboys fan.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, we had Michael Porter Jr. He was on here Tuesday.
Okay.
So the Nuggets are up 2-0.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're rooting for, but
I like certain players. I don't like whole teams.
yeah.
Yeah, I like certain players.
When you got those personal relationships,
Yeah, I like, it's hard for me to say I want this team to win. I don't get down like that.
Who's your guys? Who's your guys in the NBA?
It's a bunch of them, man. It's a bunch of them. And I'm kind of detached from this generation, but I know guys, like if some guys are dealing with something, I'll reach out to them. Or, they sideways in life. I'll reach out to them and just try to encourage them. Not that we may have a personal relationship, but I want to see him win, man, on and off the field.
You bring so much hype to like the team with like just the energy and
Yeah.
all the celebrities that come to the game. Do you ever get any like backlash from people here on like that type
not
of stuff?
here.
No, it's
But
good
other
for the
teams.
school,
Around
baby.
the country, you're right? Around the country because they can't understand the formula. Like when somebody don't understand you, people condemn what they don't condone. So they don't understand the formula because they can't equate. How is this happening? Like this ain't even his generation. Why in the world are these people coming here, to support what they're doing? What's going on? And they can't understand it. And God has blessed me, man.
Yeah.
God has blessed
Have
me.
you ever wanted to go back at someone that has talked down on you?
All the time.
Multiple times?
If I strike back to a fool, who's the fool?
Yeah.
Yeah. for sure.
If I'm in an argument with a fool, they're not going to know who the fool is. I ain't got time for that. And some things in life, man, I just really don't have time for. Someone told me a long time ago that people, you got to pay attention and people pay attention to you. I don't like that word pay, attention. Why would I pay? That means it's going to cost me something to listen to a fool.
100%.
I'm not going to let you cost me. So I'm more attracted to positivity than I am to negativity. So I'm not the kind of guy that goes on social and look for negativity. I'm attracted to positivity.
Last year, I think it started with Wayne and maybe Offset. I came to USC when the baby came.
Okay.
So is that something where, are you hitting these guys up or do they start hitting you?
No,
Like, yo, I got to
man.
come to a game.
Say, I'm going to tell you, I don't even know who's coming.
They just want to pull up and see the hype.
Yeah. People just pull up. They may call someone from the team, which means my team, the personal team, or the school. I don't know who's coming.
Yeah.
Like, I know when we're out there warming up on the field, I'll ask somebody, tell me who's all here. So I go over and shake their hand because I want to make sure I acknowledge them because that's just professionalism. I don't want a guy to come here out of his busy schedule and I don't even acknowledge him. So I'll make sure, like, who's that? I mean, oh, that was the whole Wu-Tang Clan. Or thank you for telling me. Like it's everybody and their mama comes, man. On game day, it looks like the BET Awards.
Dude, I really wonder, when I went here, it was Steven Montez was quarterback. I don't even know if you know him.
No.
But we didn't win a game, so I wonder if like the students and like everyone understands how insane it is.
You know what? I
Yeah.
teach a class on campus. So
What's that class?
What's that class?
they do. What's the name of it? No, I forgot the name of the class because it's my class. It's about marketing and
It's like, prime marketing.
yeah, it's like marketing and just entrepreneurship and all of above. And I just taught it. Matter of fact, 2 days ago? Tuesday. I just
How
taught
hard
it
is that
Tuesday.
class to get into?
It's not easy. Let's just say that. But we had a good time. I took my sons with me, and they sat in front and just did a Q&A with all the students. So all three of us sat up there. So it was awesome, man. And then at the end, the students like, what can we do for spring game weekend to help you out? I said, I want content. Go get me content. Interview everybody you can and cut it up. Make sure it's tight. I don't want it over a minute and a half. And give me the content.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And that's what they'll do.
I think it's so amazing that you have both your boys with you at all times. I saw,
Yeah.
what did they
And
recently?
three of them. Don't forget
Three.
Bucky with the camera.
Yeah, my bad.
He's watching YouTube.
Yeah, he's a big fan. Wait, so what did they buy you recently? Did they buy you?
Well, no, they didn't actually buy the house. We went to check out the house.
Oh, so they didn't pay.
No, the house is
I
very
seen the
expensive.
title. It said bought Coach Prime a house.
Yeah, there's somebody running with some foolishness. No, my kids ain't ready for that yet.
They-
They don't have that kind of bag yet. That's another year from now.
but they're not coming for an allowance at this point with the NIL,
They better
right?
not be coming for allowance.
No,
I don't think they've ever gotten allowance.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it crazy to see your kids now like starting to make with the NIL just make real money?
Now they make real money. Yeah, they have a multitude of vehicles and so forth. Shador more so than Shiloh. You know, Shiloh's very conservative. He don't do too much with his, but Shador don't play.
How would you say your kids, Shiloh and Shador, have excelled from like last year on the field to this year? Seeing it in
Tremendously.
practice?
Both of them have grown tremendously. But honestly, you know who the MVP is? It's Junior, because he's capturing everything.
Yeah.
No jealousy, no animosity, just loving his brothers and making them shine, man. So he's really the family's MVP. He really is.
It's great.
awesome.
What does it do culturally since Shador is like the quarterback, you're the coach? Honestly, I feel I don't know, but you don't see that many times where the head coach, like usually their kid's like a
No,
receiver
they
or
ain't
like
gonna-
a
they ain't
left
gonna-
tackle. Does that change culturally? Because, you know,
I don't know. We never think about it because this has been our whole life.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing changed just because we got to college. Like, I've coached him on every team he's ever played for. When he goes pro, that'll be the first time I'm not coaching him. Shiloh, he went to South Carolina for a couple years. Then he came back and joined us at Jackson. So he went 2 years without me coaching him. That was it. Their whole life.
Who's the favorite kid on the list this week?
Right now,
I see that.
Junior is.
Yeah.
Junior's the favorite
So
one.
does this
Well, it
switch
was
every week?
DeAndre. It was my daughter, my oldest daughter, because she, when you have a birthday, it's your day.
Yeah.
But then as soon as that day is over, it's not. So then it goes back to the original rankings. Right now, Junior is number one. He's balling. He's doing the doggone thing.
It changes every week.
It changes every month. But it goes week to week, depending on what they do.
Well, what do you get if you're on your good side or you're the favorite?
It's perks to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Shiloh, I just did something for him. He just called me and asked me for a favor. So he's like, "Can I take you to dinner tonight?" I said, "No, because you're just a user." So it's perks to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's talk about last season too. You guys started so hot.
Yeah, we started on fire.
On fire. The
Yeah.
hype was insane. I think like the biggest thing on sports in general.
It's gonna be like that again.
So how do you avoid that kind of fall off that happened last year when you guys
Personnel,
Yeah.
coaching, understanding the moment, building people up for the time. You got to understand that this time last year, we had just gotten here when, was it December? We had just got here in December.
Right.
So you inherit a team, and now you got to build it and get it ready for September. It's not an easy task, but it was a daunting task. But now you have a year to players understand who you are, what you want, what you desire, as well as the coaching staff, and tweak that and twerk that and make sure, not twerk that, tweak that and tweak that once again. I said twerk that. I can't believe I actually said twerk that. My kids are going to die laughing when they see this. But you want to make sure the team represents who you desire them to be, man. It's like your team. You want to make sure you guys, all your players, represent you and what you guys want to dispel out there. And I feel really good right now.
Would you say you have your team has a target on your guys' back when it comes to refs? Because last year,
everybody got target.
Yeah, because last year there was a lot of calls like that hit that Shiloh did in UCLA.
It was bad. It was some stupid stuff going on, but we don't cry. We don't cry foul. I mean, it happens. At the end of the year, it all evens out pretty much, but we don't cry for stuff like that because it is what it is, man. I'm not going to say nobody played favoritism, but we got to be on our game. We got to go out and dominate. That's why, it's just like a fight, a boxing match. If it's close, you don't know which way it's going to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He talks about how target on your back, like I always just think about Oregon, the locker room, play for clicks, all that shit.
Well, it's funny how you say that, but the camera's on when you say it.
Right.
So who's playing for the click?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a point that I want to talk about too. You give that whole speech to say, "Oh, we don't play for clicks," but you're getting the clicks by saying that. So it is ironic.
Okay. So tell me this.
Yeah.
I want you to answer this question honestly. Did you hear any other speech that he made the whole season?
Not one.
So who was playing for the click? Like, this is what I really do. Like, since high school, you could date it back on YouTube or whatever. This is what I do with my team.
Yeah.
So this is who we are. It's not playing for something or playing for a click or trying to. Why would I need exposure?
Right. Yeah, it's funny you put it that way. It's ironic.
Why would I need exposure?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, I've been him since the 80s.
You have been him. I'll give you that.
I don't need no exposure. I don't need click. I want my team to get everything they got coming to them, man. I want those kids to blow up and be the dogs. I want them to earn more NIL money than I want them to be it. I really do.
How much has that changed the game? Like
Changed the game a
NIL
lot.
thing?
It's a different game. It's a different game.
How do you keep the locker room healthy when you have guys that are making millions? Some guys.
You got to recruit right. You got to recruit the guys that still love the game of football. I have no problem with these kids making money, but I don't want money to make them.
Yeah, do you have to ever step in? Because, even Porter Jr. was saying, like Jokic, when he's in Serbia, he's saying that the players are brought up differently because they're just focused on the game. Like he thinks even the younger generation of basketball now is like they're making
Basketball
TikToks.
different game, man. Basketball different
No,
game.
but like,
yeah.
do you ever have to step in and kind of tell people like less social media, more football?
No, not whatsoever, because we are social media. That's what we do, and
Yeah.
that's what I want these kids to make money. And a lot of these young men know how to make money YouTube wise. So we just want to teach them and show them and give them direction and make sure they keep the main thing the main thing.
Right.
If you don't ball, nobody's gonna want to see you. If
Facts.
you don't win, nobody's gonna tolerate you. So you got to ball and you got to win simultaneously, or nobody's gonna want to see you with nothing you do.
100%.
And the more you win, we just gave a statistic today with the potential draft picks that's going on right now. They all come from winning programs. The top rated guys.
Yeah.
You rarely see a guy rated high that don't come from a winning program.
Yeah.
It helps a lot to win.
With players that you have that play both sides, do you ever fear them getting injured on the field? Because it's like,
You can't go into nothing with fear. It's like you getting in the car saying, "Man, I'm gonna crash. I'm scared. Like, I don't
That's
want to go
true.
anywhere."
Yeah, that's
You don't think like that, because these guys, they've been playing this game their entire life. I mean, we only have one guy that played both sides. That's Travis, and Travis is one of the best players in the nation. But he grew up playing both sides of the ball. That's who he is. If he don't play offense and defense, that's not normalcy for him. He wants normalcy. That's playing both sides of the ball.
How does that work at the next level? Does he decide, or is that a coach's decision?
Well, he's going to decide. I'm pretty sure. Like, he's not going to let nobody tell him what he can't do. He never has, never will. I'm pretty sure the team that drafts him will know from the interviewing process his desires, and they may not let him play as many snaps as he's playing in college, but he's going to have a package on defense and a package on offense. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that good.
Going
You'll
here-
be hurting yourself if you don't let him play on the other side of the ball.
going to your NFL career, who would you say was like your biggest competitor?
Jerry Rice, Mike Irvin, Andre Rod, so forth. It was some dogs out there. Chris Carter. I could keep going on and on. It was some grown men in that era. Not only were they great, but the guy who was throwing the ball to them was also a Hall of Famer.
You got the
So
toughest
that
position.
you guarding a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And the guy throwing the ball is a Hall of Famer, throwing to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta just throw this out there. I feel like there's one guy that doesn't get enough respect.
Who that?
Champ Bailey.
Champ was a dog. Champ got a gold jacket.
But
What
do you think?
mean?
But you think like he's got to be? You and him are probably the top two best corners of all time.
I don't rank corners.
You don't rank?
You get in trouble doing that.
Okay.
Because all these guys are my friends. They're my guys.
Yeah.
So I can't say, you know what, put that guy on the other corner. If I had to pick one guy, I don't get into that. I love to tell you about receivers because that's what I played against. But the other guy on the other side, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Are you ever out at practice D'ing up any of these receivers?
No, I got 8 toes now. It's not possible.
You can't do it?
I got 8 toes now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. I knew that. My bad. I knew
He
that.
actually has 8 toes.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I knew that.
He said he actually has 8 toes.
He does.
No, I forgot about
What he
that.
does.
I thought you didn't know.
He has 8 toes now.
I would just like to
can't
see you
do-
pick up
I
your
could-
son.
A moment. I could give them a moment. I could give them a moment of fire, but it's just a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as they get off the jam and move like 3 feet, it's over.
Yeah.
He said he really does have 8 toes.
No, yeah.
I thought he was like trolling.
he really does have 8 toes. Oh.
You wrote a book recently.
Yeah.
What made you want to do that?
One of my mentors, the greatest author I think ever, is John C. Maxwell, and I love him to life. He told me the way to reach a multitude of people that you could possibly never reach is through a book. And anything that man says, I listen to. And I'm thankful. Next thing you know, we're a New York Times bestseller. So I'm thankful and appreciative for that wisdom and to be able to touch and reach more people and with a book. I love it. I do.
What were you involved in that process? Like, were you physically writing or
No,
some kind of-
you talk about times like success, confidence is my natural odor. Why do you think that? Well, it's an aura, it's a feeling, it's the je ne sais quoi. It's that guy. It's the way you go about life, and you start just talking through things, and they'll ask you more questions, and you keep it going. Then you hit this other chapter. Why? Why? What's the definition of success? And you just keep going. And then they print it out, some chapters and you overlook it and say, no, let's do that, let's change this, put that here. Then you interview again, and next thing you know, the hardest part of a whole book, honestly, man, is the audio book.
Oh,
because
you gotta
now
read all
after
that
it's
shit.
written,
Yeah.
you got to do the audio version of it. So now you
Damn.
got to talk it.
How long did that take?
That quick, pretty much it wasn't long because I wanted to get it over with, but I wanted to do it greatly because I want you to feel the
You got
words.
to put that emotion in there. Yeah.
You got to feel the words. And
Yeah.
not only that, we went and doubled down. I went and got Kurt Franklin to do music up under it. So now while I'm talking, it's almost like a scene from a movie that you hear the music rumbling up underneath and is climaxing to certain points.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You listen to the audiobook already?
Yeah, that better
play
than
it.
audio.
Play
Better
it.
than
Yeah,
audiobook.
yeah, that
Play
better
it.
be.
Play chapter 1.
Buy it right now, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have to roast him like he's one of your players.
No,
right
you
now.
got to put it. I don't roast my players. I don't roast. Some of them may be sensitive. I got to understand his personality so I know how to come
So
at
how
him.
do you do that then?
You got to understand relationships.
Yeah.
So if I understand a relationship, he may be a guy that I don't have to yell at. I just have to look at him, and he know what that means. Or he may be a guy that I just whisper to, hey, you play the audiobook? And he gets moved. But he may be, hey, man, can you play the darn audiobook? You got to understand who he is so you know how to reach him.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to get the remote control and turn him off.
How do you read people like that? You just
Time in relationships. Time in relationships. And you study people. Like when our kids eat, I'm in the cafeteria. When they work out, I'm in there working out with them. When they practice, of course, I'm there. So I spend a lot of time around my kids and learn the mannerisms of a lot of them. And they don't even know I'm looking. And then I get all the details on them, who missed class, who was late to this, who was on time for this, who was that. So I may be in the cafeteria and say, boy, man, that's a nice plate you got. I wish you'd have got a A in that class instead of a D. Dang, Coach, he knows my grades. Yeah, I got to, because I got to keep up on you. Because when I was there, when you came in, I told your mother that I would have your best interest at heart. And I'm not playing about that. So you're going to graduate from here. It's little things like that.
I want to play here.
That's dope.
I think I'm going to play here. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you think he has a spot on the team?
Yeah, positions are limited, though.
You always got to have
what
like
you
a
could do.
locker room guy.
No, I don't need a locker room guy.
Third
I-
string.
The position, though.
Just invite him for the after parties.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
No one will show up on time to
Position.
practice.
I wonder
Supplier.
what can you do? What can you do? Like what position?
In terms of football,
Yeah.
I don't want to come after your son's spot, but I could throw the
You
ball.
can throw the ball?
Yeah, I'm mobile outside the pocket. He
Are you fast?
quick as hell. Quick
You
as
don't
hell.
really have to be fast.
No, but I'm quick.
But I just need you smart. Our attributes are smart.
I graduated
Just
here.
say yes or no. Smart,
Yes, sir.
tough,
Yes, sir.
fast,
Yes, sir.
disciplined,
Yes, sir.
with character.
Great character.
Well, you in. I only need
Number
4
two
out of the
spot.
5. I only need 4 out of the 5, and you're in.
Crazy. So you discipline each player differently based on their personality.
No, they get disciplined during the same, but the way you communicate with them may be differently.
What do you think's the biggest difference about this program in comparison to every Pac-12 program?
The sincerity and the realness, because we're not doing it for a bag. We're doing it because we love to do it. I had a bag when I came.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not here for that. I'm here to make sure these young men try their darnest and I could help them, elevate them to the next level. That's the book, 21 Ways to Win On and Off the Field. Elevate and dominate. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted them to elevate and dominate in life.
Did you have trouble last year when you have all these big celebrities coming, like keeping them focused on the game instead of this hype?
Because no matter who's at the game, those people at the game ain't in the game. You're in the game.
Yeah.
I don't give a darn who's at the game. You got to be in the game. Because what these guys want to do, when you have these celebs and these so-called people that of a status, you want to impress them.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to fall on your face. You want to go out there and be a dog in front of them so they can say, hey, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And these are some of the young men and women that came to the games that they've seen on television. They've listened to their music. Like, they got love for them.
Right.
So that's a whole different type of feeling that you really, like, dang, I can make it. Like, I'm seeing The Rock good Lord, I'm seeing Wheezy, the baby is talking to me before the game, and who else? Master P and so forth. So many people. I don't.
Jay-Z come to a game?
I don't think Jay-Z came. Yeah, we have a lot of people to come.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have a tougher season with all this picking sides right now. I don't know if you pay attention to that, but there's a lot of rap beef going on.
I heard.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff is staged, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
We're trying to decide. We can't tell what's staged and what's
Some
not.
is staged.
Drake, Kendrick.
Competition.
Yeah.
I think it's competition.
Because I
don't think Kendrick is a good dude. I don't think he's malicious at his attacks. I think it's just, hey man, let's
Who's
do this.
better?
Let's do this. Who's the dog? Who? I wish it was more, but they kept it clean. I mean, say what you want on wax, but don't allow it to evolve into a situation. And you know, the artists are never the ones that it evolves into a situation. It's the guys with the people.
Yeah,
Those are the ones who gonna do something stupid.
for sure.
When the last time you ever seen two actors fight or two artists fight?
You're right.
Like fist fight, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's always
never.
the people in the crew.
Yeah.
it's the crew
Yeah.
because they want to prove to that guy that they're tough.
True. Who do you think ends up on top in that beef, Drake or Kendrick, in the battle?
Man, it's hard to beat Drake at anything, man. Drake is Drake, man. Drake is Drake, man. Drake.
Trying to get him to a
is
game next season, baby.
I tell you what, though. I'll say this with an exclamation mark. Ain't nobody want to see Lil Wayne.
Hell no.
What?
nobody
They don't
want-
want Lil Wayne to step
Ain't nobody
in?
want to see Lil Wayne.
Step
no,
in?
but
Ain't no. Ain't nobody want to see Lil Wayne, period. Everybody talk about, forget the battles, the verses and all that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of like a clean battle, right?
yeah.
I don't see nobody calling Lil Wayne out.
No one ever.
Ain't
has-
nobody want that.
He's got the hardest bars ever that have gone.
No, but Lil Wayne got hits on top of hits on top of hits on top of hits on top of hits. Like, ain't nobody want that.
I agree.
Lil Wayne could get the mic and don't stop for 2 hours in a verses. Like, he could turn the verses into a concert.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to see that.
Lil Wayne's
Period.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of these guys ever like? Obviously, them coming here is great promotion and stuff. But
Yeah.
do they ever contribute like to the program, like financially, or like?
We don't ask them to do that.
But
we don't need. Yeah, we
they
don't-
never offer.
We
Like,
don't need them to do that.
Yeah.
That's not even a question. I wouldn't even take it if they would.
yeah.
It's not about that. It's about our relationship and friendship, man. Speaking of that, I think T.O. somewhere around here. Like, T.O. comes all the time. He's here.
He's coming tonight, right?
Yeah. He was at practice today on the field. Yeah, doing his thing. So it's all, and I didn't know. So it's always somebody that pops up, and I'm happy and elated because the guys are getting to see another darn Hall of Famer.
What's it like having Warren Sapp a part of the team now?
Sapp is unbelievable. A bundle of energy, loves the game, loves kids. He's a heck of a coach, man. He's a heck of a communicator. He got the big eyes and, you know, the mannerisms that he has. He's a Florida boy, too. So Florida boys, no matter if we went to Miami, Florida State, Florida, UCF, or Central Florida, whatever. UCF is Central Florida. I'm sorry, South Florida. We all got love for one another, man, because we all Florida boys.
Would you say they breed the most dogs?
I do. That's always argumentative to people, but I'm a Florida boy.
Who would you rank it out of the United States?
I would say Florida.
Texas.
Florida has the best athletes. Then I would say Texas has the best football. In that battle, it's Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, California on the other side.
Top 5?
That's about it. My top tier. That's top tier.
Oh, yeah.
I said Louisiana, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Louisiana got some dogs.
Outside of like talent, can you tell when you're talking to these recruits, like, is there something you look for immediately? Personality, like, I want this guy on the team.
Their why. You got to tell me your why. So, like, I'm literally sitting probably right there, and they're sitting right there, the whole family, and I want to know their why. Let's start off with that. Why you do this? Why you want this? Why you want to be here? Why do you play this game? And I want that why to be so compelling that it makes me lean up in my seat and really take notice of you.
Yeah.
I want that why, because when you talking about, because, you know, I want to make money, I want to do this, I want to do that. We all have gone through a crossroad where we almost quit on ourselves. If we really want to be honest, all of us have had some where we look in the mirror like, dang. Yeah. But when we got somebody on the hook and on the line with us, we ain't shutting that thing down. It's like if you jogging. You know, when you by yourself and you got 2 miles or something, you may say, let me slow it up a little bit. But if somebody with you, let's go. You ain't quitting on them.
Do you ever think you have or have you seen where you have a wrong read on a guy, you really expect him to develop and just something's not working?
Yeah, you expect him to develop, but after you spend some time with him, you're going to see what it is.
Yeah.
You're going to see what's up.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And
it's unfortunate because he don't get it.
Right.
And another man can't be on your timetable. He got to be on his.
How do you handle that frustration? Or you just say
I'm not frustrated at him. He should be mad at himself.
Right.
I'm prayerful for him. I hope you get it before it's too late for you. Because this game and this career, it has the shot clock, man. And you got to get your shot off before that buzzer go off.
Yeah.
And I'm prayerful that they make it happen. But oftentimes, you may not get a second chance. You don't know. And that's the tough, that you got to live with yourself being an idler.
Yeah.
What's an idler, Coach Prime? I'm glad you asked. It's a guy who didn't make it, who took a left when they should have stayed right. They look back over their shoulder and say, darn it. But if I'd have stopped drinking, boy, I'd have been something. Boy, if I'd have stopped smoking, boy, I'd have been something. Boy, if I'd have just got to practice on time and did my homework, boy, I'd have been something.
Yeah.
I don't want none of these young men to be idlers.
How much of that do you think you personally have to manage? Because that's a lot of.
Well, you can't. I can't want it for you.
Right.
He can't want it for you. You can't. You got to want it for yourself. I could be the best darn navigational system you've ever been. Like that navigational system and that Maybach ain't no different than that navigational system in that Honda Accord. Both of them telling you where to go. The only fool it is the one who listening that won't go right.
True. Yeah, you can't teach people.
You can't.
It's got to come for someone at their own time.
You could try your best to give them direction. You could be that fight coach saying left, right. Okay, now when he slip, you got to slip him and get out of there. Then next thing you know, you're knocked out because you didn't do what the guy said. And he can't go home sad. You will, but he's like, I told him. Try my best.
I always just wonder too. The NIL deals are just. You see that they post the numbers all over social media.
Okay,
right?
let me correct you.
Okay.
Not carefully. NIL is name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
Okay, let's really break this down what it is. That's when someone has the credibility, they have the game, they have the persona to command a name, image, and likeness deal.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. You saw Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah.
USC.
Yep.
You saw Caitlin, right? The basketball player, right?
Yeah.
You saw Juju, the basketball player for USC, correct?
Yep.
You saw Shador, television. Travis as well, endorsements wise. Who else you saw?
Livy Dunn.
Who?
Livy Dunn.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
LSU gymnast. She's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she's huge. Huge. I'm sorry. I don't watch the gymnastics. Who else?
Bronny James. We talking about him?
That's 6 people. So where all this name, image, and likeness money going to? So it's not name, image, and likeness. You just named 6 people out of all these collegiate athletes. It's a collective. You know what a collective is when you pass a bucket and everybody put money, donors, in this bucket, then you figure out who you're going to give it to and you associate the task with that. Like, okay, they're going to give me a social post. They're going to social post for this wonderful show 3 times a month.
Yeah.
And they're paid. That's not NIL. That's a collective. You never see them. So it was supposed to be about NIL, name, image, and likeness, but it got shifted to the collective.
Yeah.
That's where it went wrong.
Yeah, that shit's confusing because it includes
But that's
like
what it is.
boosters and all that,
So
right? Yeah.
we just named 6 players. out of all these collegiate athletes that you've actually seen on anything.
So what, you're saying it should be spread amongst more people?
No,
or?
what I'm saying is not NIL.
Yeah.
It's collectives.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That has changed college football. It's not NIL. NIL hasn't changed college football. Collectives have.
That's a whole thing. I explained. It's kind of confusing
It's a
to
whole
and most
different
people
thing.
don't really understand that.
I know. That's why I took my time and I tried my best to gracefully explain it.
Yeah.
Because that's really what it is. That's what we are.
Right.
We're not in the NIL state of mind. We're in the collective state. Because you don't see these kids on anything.
Coach, have you always been religious throughout, like, since you were a kid?
I've always understood who God was, and he's always played a vital role in my life. But until I was suicidal at one point in my life, I accepted everything, all the attributes of God, and tried to change my life wholeheartedly. So I was one of those guys who didn't want to be hypocritical, because I've seen those guys in the locker room. That guys are like, hey, man, how you at Bible study? You was just, but I was trying to clean up my car, didn't take it to the car wash, which is stupid. I was trying to take a new suit to the cleaners, which is stupid. So you got to go to the Lord to get cleaned up and not get clean, then go to the Lord. That don't make no sense. So I had to go down there broken and battered and beaten, and then like, Lord, just please help me, because I need to know how to deal with this, and this. So that's how that came to pass.
If you don't mind me asking, what part of your time when you were
I was playing for the Cincinnati Reds. I forgot what year. It had to be 90, maybe 96, something like that. Yeah, it was after Super Bowls. Super Bowls in 94, 95, probably 96. Something like that, 96, 97.
What made you get to like such a low point in your life?
God was calling me, and I didn't want to accept the charges. Like, God was calling me to change course and lead his people and do right. It's not that I was doing wrong visibly, because I never smoked, never drank, never been high a day in my life, never tasted alcohol, stopped using profanity when I was 19. So it wasn't that thing, but with women, I was more prideful, but I needed to change some things to be the leader that God called me to be. That was it. And the father that he called me to be.
Do you feel like you've had an effect on players that say that you've seen going down that same path that you've had to bring in one-on-one?
Yeah, not just player, people.
People.
Yeah, not just players. God would never just limit me to that crowd. People, period.
Yeah.
Because I always want to see people make it. Well, I want to see you guys win, no matter what you do. Now that I met you, I definitely want to see you win, you know. So I always have wanted people to just achieve the ultimate success. I don't even have to know you. But if you have like this badge of significance on you and I see you going through it, I'll probably DM you and say, hey, man, I'm praying for you. Keep your head up, and I promise you, man, just make it to Friday, and everything's going to be all right. I may just text you that or tweet you that or whatever, because I really want people to make it.
I know you wrote in your book as well, like you're obviously raised by a single mother. How do you think that like made you to be the man you are today?
Single mother at a point of time in my life, but I did have a wonderful stepfather, and my biological father was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. But I had a hard-working mother who I saw work her butt off so ends would see one another, although they never met. That played a vital role in my life, because I know I wanted to bless her, and I wanted to retire her, and I wanted her to be all of that, because in high school, my mama never seen me play.
What?
Football, baseball, basketball.
Why is that?
She was working. She's at work.
Damn.
So
She never saw me
She
play.
never made it to one game even.
She's at work. We played on Friday nights. Or basketball played on Tuesdays and Fridays. Baseball we played whenever, no weekends. Never saw me play. She didn't see me ball out. She probably played Pee Wee League because we played on Saturdays. But until I went to college, she drove 6 hours to a game on Saturdays, man. And I had to get back and go to work that Monday morning. So that's that why, man. Like that when you start thinking about that. But see, that explains. That's why people got to be careful how you judge people, how you see people, because you never know what they've been through. So knowing that now, you understand why I built this persona that was prime time, because I had to rely on me. I had to have my back. I had to be him, you know, because there wasn't nobody in the stand. Oh, son, you did it great. There wasn't nobody there. So I had to be self-absorbed. I had to pat myself. Hey, man, you did that, dog. Come on, man. You starting quarterback, starting free safety, point guard on basketball team, you all state, and you got drafted into the big leagues out of high school. And nobody was there. And nobody was there. And I said it again, and nobody was there. So when you build this persona up, people got to understand it's a reason. Everything someone does, it's a reason, man. Whether you understand or cooperate or riding with the reason, that's on you. But it's always a reason. That's why you got to be careful. We got to stop judging people in this world, man. We only got an opinion that we judging somebody, and we don't even know the story.
Right. People are so quick to tear other people down now.
And you don't know the story.
People don't have sympathy.
You don't even know the story. You don't have no idea where somebody's going. That's why you got to be careful in life, especially in the cars at a light. You up there blowing at somebody because you thought they cut you off. You have no idea that person may have just experienced a tragedy. And you're acting stupid in the car. You don't understand what they're dealing with. Be careful. And I'm serious about that. Like, people have no idea what somebody's going through. That's why I always have respect.
You've always thought like that?
Yeah, yeah. I've always been a kind-hearted dude. You know, even if you cross me, I'm going to cut you off, but I'm not going to be abrasive.
Yeah, I was going to ask, too, because you came from Jackson State. The hype was there, but it elevates to a whole other level. What have you learned about being even bigger now with, people would say, pressure or just...
I've always been big.
I know that.
It's just a different address.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's all it is. This ain't no bigger than winning Super Bowls and playing the World Series. Like, you gonna compare this to that?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you know, it's like, no, man.
Yeah.
No, like, God has always put me on the stage. You know why? Because he trusts me. Because when I get to the stage, he know I'm going to talk about him. He know I'm going to bring other people on the stage with me, and I'm going to be a blessing to everybody. So that's why I always find a way to win, and I always find a way to make it on the stage because he trusts me with the moment. Like, that's what you got to ask yourself. You guys are very successful, correct? Mm-hmm. And it's different levels to this thing. So you got to ask yourself now, if you go to the level that you want to go to, because there's always another place called there, right? Once you got there, you say, we got to get to this other place called there. Now we got to get to the other place called there. Okay. When you get there, can he trust you with this enormity? Can he trust you? If he can't, you're not going to make it. Or it's going to be a casualty somewhere. Or somewhere over here. It's going to be something. The Bible says in this world we will have tribulation. Someone is going to go through a trial and a test. Somebody. So can you handle it? I can. That's why I know where I'm headed. So when I have a blurry start, I already know how I'm going to finish. I don't give a darn how I start. I know how it's going to end up. And you're going to date back to this interview. You're going to say, darn it, he said it. Way back on whatever date this is, he said it. He said what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And that's not cockiness. That's confidence. Mm-hmm. Why do I have confidence? Because I worked my butt off. I'm prepared, and I'm ready for the moment. So when the moment comes, I got you. I got it.
Damn. Inspiring.
I'm fired up.
Yeah, I'm fired up. How do you manage all this in your personal life?
But my personal life is my life.
Yeah.
All this is part of my life. I'm built for this, man. I'm designed for this. I was made for this. I was prepared for this.
Do you have any hobbies that get stuff off your mind? You fish?
I love the fish.
Didn't you get arrested once fishing?
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
God, you're good.
What happened there?
Okay, I was in my
Texted you
hometown.
that.
It's good. I was in my hometown, Fort Myers, Florida.
Andrew Schultz said, do your research. Right?
Yeah, I'm in the pros. I'm in the NFL. Nobody have asked me that in a long time.
I told him, I gave him that one.
Dog.
Yeah.
And I'm probably
Fort Myers, right?
I'm about 5 minutes from my house that I built my mother. $1 million home, all that, on the golf course, all that. But it's a fishing hole right by the airport that you can't even see up in there. Like you have to drive up in there to find out somebody's in there. And, you know, Florida, we fishing. There's always gators around. Yeah. And I'm in this little 2-man boat, you know, about this high out of the water. And I'm just catching them left and right. I'm killing them because
pulling them out.
It's unfished. I don't keep the fish. I just recreational fish. I just throw
Catch
them
and
back.
release.
Catch and release.
Yeah.
And the police pulled up. Hey, private property. You got to come on in. I said, man, ain't nobody see me out here, dog. Come on, man. I was there in my hometown doing a charity basketball game.
How many times have you fished there?
Several. But they didn't know.
Yeah.
Because you can't see me.
Yeah.
I don't know how they saw me back there. Because you can't. It's not right off the road. It's really back in there. Come on in. I said, well, man, the fish are really biting, dog. I'm telling the police, the fish are really biting, man. Like, they're really biting. He's like, you got to come in. I say, what's going to happen when I come in? You're going to be arrested. I said, I might as well enjoy myself. I might as well enjoy myself. I might as well. So I stayed out there like where you going to come? You can't come out there and get me. I'm on a boat. So I fished for like 15, 20 more minutes. Came on in.
How many more fish did you catch in between?
Several. I mean, they were hitting.
So they're just waiting, and
Every
you're
cast.
just fucking
Every
hucking
cast.
them out.
Every cast. They was just hitting.
So was it a skill thing, or you were just in the right spot?
No, I was in a great. It's unfished.
Yeah.
So
anyone
when they
can
see a
catch fish.
lure, they going crazy. They ain't seen a lure. So they took me to this little like police substation right at the airport. And I'm in there thinking like, this is going to be national news. This is going to be national news. So on the mugshot, I smile. Because I know it's going to be national news. And it was national news. And they were so worried about me canceling that basketball game that I had all my Cowboy teammates and former teammates and everybody up there to play against the media from Fort Myers. And it was crazy. I literally went to jail 5 minutes from my house. Fishing.
Just for fishing. What was the
Just-
charge?
Trespassing,
I have
right?
no idea. Trespassing.
Yeah,
Had to
probably
be
trespassing.
But nobody knew. Like, but me and this dude. But I did go to jail for fishing. But guess what?
You didn't
I
hang
never
up the rod.
Excuse me?
You didn't hang up the rod. You got back out there and you went fishing again.
No, I didn't go back there, never again. But guess what? Every home I've ever built, I have a lake, my own. So I don't have to ask nobody for that. That's the moral of the story. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do something about this. So now I have my home in Texas. I have 3 lakes. Yeah. The home I live at here, probably about 100 yards from the house is a lake.
That's funny when the inmates asked you, what are you in for, eh?
No, inmates. It was this little police substation. Like,
It was a
I didn't
holding
even know
cell.
they had a jail at the airport.
Oh my God.
It was at the airport.
It's a holding cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been asked that in years. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You still fish a lot?
Yes.
Fly fishing out here.
No, I don't fly fish.
Travis
I'm
fishes
fly
too.
when I fish.
Yeah, I
but
feel
I don't
that.
fly fish.
You play golf too?
It was good, wasn't it?
You golf
No, I
too?
don't,
You
I don't
golf?
play golf. Game is too slow. I need action.
Yeah.
Although fishing is peaceful and relaxing, and I love the calmness and the serenity of water.
Do you fish with Travis too? I see he fishes.
Yeah,
as well.
Travis fish with me. Let's get this straight.
Yeah, that gets competitive or
Oh,
no?
so you be catching them and you be.
Oh no, both of us. Travis loves to fish as well, but I'm the older gentleman, so he was at my crib when he caught a monster out of my lake, man.
Oh my God, I
he caught a
forgot about
monster,
that.
man.
How much did that weigh? Do you remember?
I don't know. We didn't even weigh it. The fish was huge.
Yeah,
it's one
I
of
saw
the
that
biggest one I've
picture.
seen out of my lake. Yeah.
Did that bother you?
No. I want my guys to be successful.
You got to let him have one, right?
I want my guys to be successful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that's a good question. I've been asked that in a long time. Went to
Kyle,
jail for
research
fishing.
Forgard over here. All right, well, I mean, both your sons are probably not going to be here next season.
Yeah, it better not be.
So what's that look like for you?
It looks good. It's going to be tough because I don't know if it's going to be tougher on them or tougher on me because I've coached them their whole lives. So I know I'm going to get those phone calls. Dad, look, this is what's going on. Or Dad, can you do? Or Dad. But I pray that I've trained them as men to be able to handle all those trials and tribulations that they're going to endure on and off the field.
Yeah, you think that'll be difficult since you've coached them your whole lives to just get into a new system, new guys telling them what to do?
Them? No, because they're dogs. They're dogs, and they're going to – it seems like every year we've had a new system and new coordinators at different spots that we've been, high school as well. So, no, and they're smart. Both of those young men are smart. Now, Junior's going to stay with me. He's going to stay with me to do all the social media here. So he's not going to dip on me. He's going to stay.
Good son.
Yeah,
Is it-
great son.
Yeah.
Is it tough for them at all being like famous and like going to college? Like, do they ever have struggles with that?
No.
So it's so different now with social media.
Yeah, but they've always been notable.
Yeah.
So they've always understood the dynamics, and I've always tried to make them aware of, you know, the time and the place and the thought process of every situation. If they're in this situation, this is what you do. If you're in this is what you do. The best thing to do, the best advice to give people, honestly, is the gift to walk away. Certain people, you just got to learn to have the gift to walk away. If something happens, something goes down, man, just walk away. Don't get the last word in. Don't fight to be seen or be heard. Man, just walk away. And you're going to live to see another day if you just walk away.
You got to prepare for that, right?
Yeah, everybody's not built for that. Because everybody, you want to say the last thing.
It's like
you want to get the last shot in.
Walking away from the game, too.
Yeah, you got to walk away.
And it's never a
That's right.
W if you're at that status.
It's two things. You walk away from as you're an older gentleman, you walk away the game. You walk away from the game, or the game walks away from you.
Wow. That's deep.
You got to be prepared for that. I'd rather walk away from the game
For sure.
than the game walk away from you. It's like a fighter.
Yeah.
He's still out there in the ring, and the fighter walked away from him. But he can't walk away from the fight. And you get hurt. And you hate to see that, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't let the game walk away from you, boys.
Nah, seriously. You got to be good enough to walk away from it, too.
That's right.
So,
A lot of inspiration, man.
do you have any comments or like anything that you see just in today's game at the NFL level?
It's a great game, man. We're overprotective of certain parts of the game, especially the quarterback. But the quarterback is we talked to the kids this morning about he's a $500 million, not a half, $250 million product.
Yeah.
So you got to protect it. We understand that. But the game is just overprotective right now, and it shouldn't be. It's still football.
Yeah, there's some new tackling rule. What is that?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, I understand what I can't recite the terminology. It's almost like they're falling with them and they're leg tight or something like that.
Which looks like a normal tackle.
I haven't heard of that. I haven't even heard of that.
Do you think that with everything they're doing, it's making the game safer? Or?
The game has to be safer because they're measuring the influx of kids playing the game every year.
Right.
So that enhances the safety rules. Because if you have a kids that's declining, okay, you got to do something about that so the parents feel safe. So they put the kids back in the game. So they measure all that kind of stuff. The NFL is the number one product in professional team sports, and they don't play about that.
Yeah.
And you said you'd never coach NFL, right?
No, I don't want to coach the NFL. I have no desire, no ambitions.
What's the reason for that?
A bunch of rich guys don't, it's hard for me to want to give a speech and motivate a guy
Who's got money?
who's you getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
Right. You should want to do this. This is your occupation. I hate to say job because I hate anything. To me, I just told the kids the definition of a job is a commodity that pays you enough to make it to work and back, and you pay your bills, but you have gas. That's the definition of a job. The definition of a career is something that you go to daily and you're happy, you're excited, you're elated. It pays you more than enough to live the life that you desire to live. That's a career, and that's a job. And I asked the young men this week, which one you want? Because the way you practice, some of y'all practicing, you want a job. And they're going to tell you what time to show up, what time to go home, and what time to be back. That's a job. This is a career. And you're like, you guys, come on, you doing your thing. You dictating your own schedule. You having a good time doing what you do. Whenever it becomes work, it becomes a job and not a career. I like careers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't like jobs.
Great, man.
What you guys tell our recruits, man? We got a recruiting meeting in the same room in a minute. So
What
like
would
we
I
have
tell them?
recruits. We have recruits from all over the country. Like we have probably 20 of them this week.
I mean, just from talking to you, it's been motivating. So I'd say it's an incredible opportunity for them to. I mean, you just have so much wisdom. So
Thank you.
provide so much more than clearly like a typical coach. Like you have that real life experience. That's probably just so hard to get from other places.
Yeah,
so
because
it's obviously an incredible
I'm going to use
opportunity.
this. I'm going to use this content.
Yeah.
You want me to go?
Hey, man, I'd pay to hear this every day.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of wisdom, like Kyle said, man. Go Buffs, man. To be
Amen.
honest.
I think honestly too, you get this opportunity and you'd be surprised. There's people that would be surprised on what it could amount to, more than what you believe it could. Like he gave me an opportunity probably like 2 years ago as an assistant, and it became something way more than I thought it'd be. So if you put in the work, you'd be surprised what could happen.
You know what I tell all the parents and the kids? that come and sit over there, and I'm sitting right there, my coordinator sitting here, and the position coach is sitting there. I look at the parents in the eye, and I say, look, we're in a situation right now where you're talking to a man that has sat in every seat in this room. I've been the parent, I've been the kid, and now I'm the coach. I know what you're thinking, I know what you're thinking, and I know what I'm going to say next. Because I know how to make all of us successful. It's on you. What you want to do?
There it is. It's on you, baby.
And what other coach has been arrested?
That's God's truth.
What other coach has been arrested for fishing? Like, come on,
Nobody.
you're a badass.
Nobody.
You're a
What
badass.
other coach can rock a onesie?
You're in a fishing.
Exactly.
That's a fly fishing suit, is
Yeah.
it not?
I'm a fly fisher.
Yeah, my bad. There you
Fish
go.
when I'm fly.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
No,
thank
this
you,
is
Bob.
awesome. We
Thank you, man.
appreciate you,
Appreciate
Coach.
it.
Thank you so much.